it doesn't feel like the backstops are working when it comes to how things are trading. Why?
So you had this press conference, and just when those lines were being uttered, you ended up hitting a session low on Credit Suisse. Of course, I was watching that press conference with the share price up the whole time because you saw that sort of bazooka from the S&B overnight, where you had 50 billion francs of liquidity made available to Credit Suisse. The question today and the question now is it enough to stem the bleeding here? So when shares opened, as Guy alluded to earlier, up 40% on Credit Suisse, we're down quite a bit from that now. But the bonds also sliding further into distressed territory. So again, looking forward, I think the jury is still a little bit out. And like, if this brings stability, is this enduring stability? And is this sufficient stability for Credit Suisse and its own turnaround plan to execute without any outside help? That is the question, I think, that is on everyone's mind. And the market has given a sort of positive signal today, but I don't think the final one.
Ollie, let's just talk about that message that was delivered by the S&B, by the regulators in Switzerland. They offered a significant amount of liquidity. Was that liquidity necessary, or was the message necessary? Credit Suisse yesterday asked for support from the regulators. That support came in the form of this liquidity, but did it need it, or did it just need the message of support?
Well, I think it's definitely needed the message of support. That is definitely without question. The question on liquidity, I think, is a separate one. There's a lot going on under the surface, and a lot that I think that we probably don't know at this stage. So the liquidity was probably very welcome. We know that the capital position for a lot of the bank is still strong, but it becomes sort of irrelevant when this is a market that is judge, jury, and executioner, right? And that is what we saw yesterday. We went from a bank in trouble to a bank in crisis, and now the S&B stepping in hard to try to pull it out. And again, the question is for this, and again, this was all triggered by something that was not really news, so to speak. So in terms of, it wasn't tangible news. So when we think tangibly of the things looking forward, what we're looking at is, will clients and other banks continue to do business with Credit Suisse? That is going to be key. And also, what is the outflow situation going to look like? And that we're going to have to wait on.